Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul over here, and today we are reacting to Yes Theory. This is a coffee request, so thank you so much for the coffee. Thank you for the request. This comes from Whiplash, and Whiplash says the following. Yes Theory. This is their newest video, and this time I think they even managed to surprise themselves with how good the content got. It was planned to be a one-episode series, but became a three-part mini documentary. Wow. And this is part one, I guess. That's absolutely incredible. If they are amazed with their own videos, I am sure it's going to be awesome because they have been putting out some great quality content. So can't wait to see and jump right into it. Do not forget, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. And this is a long video, so go get your snacks and let's react to it. Let's go. Go support Yes Theory. The link is in the description. Let's do it.
We may have just been on the craziest trip of our lives.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently stranded actually in the middle of nowhere.
What was initially planned to be a 4-day trip turned into a multi-week expedition into truly some of the most remote and untouched parts of the world.
Ah, the leg is still moving!
There is no publicly available way to reach some of the places we went to, and heading there means navigating days in full open water right above the absolute deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench. We're honestly happy we made it back alive and are here to tell you the story. After finding ourselves in so many more adventures than we originally expected, we've created
this looks so good.
Adventures we'll be publishing over the next 3 weeks in a mini-series about our journey here. Welcome to our unexpected and extraordinary journey in America's wildest and least known territory of the Northern Mariana Islands.
Oh, this looks so cool, guys. What an intro.
As we search for the world's most hidden and untold stories, a set of islands grabbed our attention. The Northern Mariana Islands, a U.S. territory we hadn't heard of before. So we called a few of our American friends, and no one had heard of it either. Strange. But as we dug deeper, we found some jaw-dropping details about this place.
They found Area
They speak
51.
more than just English here, as they also have 2 of their own local languages. And without these islands, World War II may never have turned out like it eventually did, as the most devastating destruction in history was hidden and launched from here. But how come barely anybody has ever heard of this place?
That's where...
Is it intentionally kept a secret?
That's where they launched the atomic bomb from? Is that it?
But how come barely anybody has ever heard of this place? Is it intentionally kept a secret, or has the world simply forgotten about it? In our first story of the series, we'll be exploring 2 of the main inhabited islands of Saipan and Tinian, where a lot of dark history from World War II hides. Our main goal will be to find an elder who was alive during World War II to tell us their stories, as well as painting a deeper picture of what this place really is.
Wow.
The start was more than confusing.
Dang, this is definitely a documentary.
Is there like a lot of security going on this island?
There's only one other American on this flight, and both of us got like pulled to the side because the system said that we weren't allowed to go there. And then it was just us, and I was like, why can't I board? It's like I'm going home essentially, you know.
I also don't know who was going to this island. Like, there's not a single person, including Americans, that I've spoken to that know about this place.
I have friends on Hawaii who have never heard of it.
Dude, they're kind of exposing it then.
Wow, that was sketchy. I never ever had an experience like that before. I fought to enter this plane.
Wow.
That was ready.
And he has a Swedish passport,
We were
right?
at first confused
There must be something
and
there.
a little bit unsettled at why Corey and Staffan almost couldn't board the flight. But this would all start to make sense later as we learned a lot more about the complicated geopolitics of these islands.
We are.
This
maybe
is
the least
exciting
known
already.
American territory, and we have lots of questions. We're in a pretty funny situation where the woman checking us into our hotel is in her pajamas, and she only speaks Chinese. So we're just eating noodles here at 2:30 in the morning. All good? The rooms?
She's so kind. She smiled so... Her face lit up when they said sheshe. So nice and
It's gonna
respectful.
be interesting. To be in a place where the more we speak to other Americans about it, the more we realize like nobody has heard of this place. There is no flight from here to the U.S. If you want to fly to the U.S., you have to fly back to Asia and then go to the U.S.
Wow, that's a trip.
But come on. Should I make a joke? Okay, I'm gonna joke, but I'm letting you guys know it's a joke. Americans not knowing where places are on the map isn't such a big deal as they're making it up to be. You know, so I'm kidding, guys. I'm just kidding.
That's how like disconnected this place is from the rest of America.
We had planned to be on Saipan for only a couple of days, and we're hoping to learn about its history during the war. We were also fascinated by the fact that there are 2 other languages besides English spoken on the island. The first language is Chamorro, brought to Saipan over 4,000 years ago when the seafaring Chamorro people settled this island. The second is Carolinian, brought by immigrants from the Caroline Islands who had lost their homes in a devastating typhoon in the 19th century. As these are 2 types of Americans we didn't even know existed, we were determined to meet someone who spoke one of these languages.
We only have 3
Nice.
days. We have a lot to do. Meeting people that speak other languages other than English, meeting somebody who remembers the war here. If there's anyone here that does that. And then the day after tomorrow, we're gonna take a local plane to the small island where the dark history happened. Oh, there's already a tank right there. You see that?
Oh,
Dang.
is it a real tank?
It has a Japanese flag on it.
Tank.
Wait, I'm gonna pull over.
Wow, now somebody speaks the Korean.
Welcome to Saipan.
Thank you.
Have a picture, please.
Oh, they know. She knows them.
Yeah, I'm born here.
Like nobody knows about this island.
Yeah, no one does.
Right?
Yeah, whenever I fly to the States, they always ask, where are you from? From Saipan, Japan? No, not Japan. I love it here. I've traveled to the States, to Asia. It doesn't compare.
Really?
It's so peaceful here.
No way,
And
this
the
was
people
just
are so
random.
friendly here, like it just feels like home. Like, there's no place like it.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Oh, I thought they were gonna.
Usually a young person.
I thought they were gonna get her to guide them. Oh man, they have been so lucky getting to know new people. I thought they were gonna bring her along. That would be so cool.
Who lives on a remote island like this will say, I can't wait to leave. You know, has been my experience, because people are like bored and they just feel like it's too small and there's not enough things to do. And she was like, I love it here. So it's a good sign. Yeah, this is a real tank.
This is a real tank, yeah.
Wow. Looks smaller than I would expect.
This is the contrast. You have this beautiful beach here, and then you have a destroyed Japanese tank displayed on the side of the road. It's paradise, but also a lot of very dark things happen here. So many different conflicting emotions at the same time.
At the start of World War II, Saipan was a full-on Japanese
Saipan.
colony, home to 30,000 troops, 30,000 Japanese civilians, and 4,000 Chamorros. It lay on the edge of Japan's absolute national defense zone, a line that Japan needed to defend at all costs to defend its home islands.
Saipan, the Marianas Administrative Center, was our first objective.
The US, who had joined the war after the Japanese had bombed Pearl Harbor, were desperate to get their hands on the Marianas, because from these islands, the US's advanced bomber planes would be able to reach the Japanese home islands for
That
the
makes
first
so much
time.
sense.
On June 15, 1944, after having shot down 130 of Japan's airplanes that were deployed in the Marianas, the US launched a D-Day beach assault on Saipan. 8,000 men landed on the southwestern beaches of the island, met by Japanese artillery, mortars, and machine guns. The intent
This is what I don't understand. If this is a big part of history, how do people not know that this is US territory? Like literally, it was literally like a D-Day. I don't want to use the word invasion, but you know, they captured the land here. It should be in history books.
The intense landing was day one of a battle that was expected to only last a week, but would drag out to 24 days. US intelligence estimated that the island had about 15,000 troops stationed, but the real number was closer to 30,000. On
Wow.
top of that, the island was an extremely challenging battlefield. The interior of the island was mountainous, dense jungle that hid countless caves and ravines. The flatlands were covered in sugarcane fields where the enemy could easily hide, and on the western coast of the island, full-on urban warfare took place.
Dang, that's
This
crazy.
tank is one of the many. The island's reefs, beaches, and mountains are covered in the history of the fighting.
Hard to imagine that like a human being has been inside of this tank.
Yeah, it looks small. But then it's
Having
Japan, so
experienced a glimpse of the island's contrasting beauty and history, we continued north along the coast, passing by many abandoned military installations and, strangely, hotels. As the island is only 12 miles long, it didn't take much time until we reached the northernmost point, and a monument that we approached with a heavy heart.
Trigger warning here. This is the suicide cliff.
oh wow.
Apparently, Japanese propaganda said that if they got captured, the Japanese people who were living here, that they would be tortured or used in prisons or whatever. And so, thousands of Japanese people, instead of
Thousands.
surrendering to the Americans, they jumped off the cliffs here.
That's crazy.
Bless their souls.
Oh my gosh.
During the American invasion, Saipan had become hell on earth for the thousands of Japanese civilians, but most importantly, Chamorros caught in the conflict. They evacuated into designated caves that were dotted all over the island and were trapped between the Japanese army, who forbade them to surrender, and the Marines, who in the fog of war sometimes confused them for soldiers.
Gosh, that's
Eventually, the Americans
so
gained
sad.
ground and pushed the Japanese
Now imagine you're in this remote island. You have nowhere else to go. It's just really, really sad. It does kind of feel like a Mr. Beast video though, where you know people are trapped in an island. They have to hide. That's crazy.
Eventually, the Americans gained ground and pushed the Japanese army north until it became clear to the Japanese that the battle could no longer be won.
They
However,
trapped
the
the
Japanese
Japanese.
Empire considered surrender a disgrace and had painted the US Marines as cruel and bloodthirsty, telling their civilians that if they surrendered, they would be tortured, then murdered. So, as the US troops closed in, the Emperor of Japan commanded a Yukusai, a suicide charge, where every
Wow.
able-bodied soldier left was to charge into battle without regard for his own life. And all of
Japan
the
has Japan has a lot of this, and it comes down to pride, doesn't it? There's the famous Arakiri. Dang. And the pride is so strong that they would actually go into these battles.
into battle without regard for his own life. And all of the remaining civilians and injured soldiers were told they had only one option left. What happened next was described by witnesses as one of the darkest moments in the entire Pacific War.
Dang, that is so sad.
It is estimated that more than 5,000
Don't get too
men,
close,
women,
man.
and children were forced to take their own lives by jumping off from these cliffs. Many after the fighting had already finished.
After the fighting had finished, they were led to believe that they had no choice.
There's 31,000 Japanese military personnel on this island. 29,000 were killed. And the US arrived here with 71,000 soldiers, 3,000 were killed.
Yeah.
So they were more than double American soldiers arriving here compared to the amount of Japanese ones that were holding the island. And then some unfortunate Chamorro people who were living here as well were killed during the war. This
That
is
is
the
so
final
sad.
outpost of the Japanese army that still stands here as a memorial.
Imagine living in a paradise place like this and then having a lot of people just storm in and steal your peace. That's exactly what colonization was. Wow.
The reality of life and war, and it's not just numbers on a history book, it's a reality.
We continued spending almost the whole day driving around the island and were feeling quite low and heavy after what we had just seen. We had spoken to a few locals, but none that had any personal experiences with the war times. And as the sun was about to set in the next few hours, we were on the verge of giving up. When we stopped,
It shouldn't
at a
be
diner
hard.
to get some food and try to boost our morale, and saw an
I mean, the population there is like really small, so it shouldn't be too hard to know because locals know. In a small place like this, in a small town, people know. Everybody knows each other, so it shouldn't be so hard for them to find someone who has lived in that time, right?
when we stopped at a diner to get some food and try to boost our morale, and saw an elderly man walk out who had been eating by himself that we were about to let go, but instead decided to run after him and say hello. He first seemed a bit busy, so we said goodbye. But then this magical moment happened.
Looking at me,
Yes.
how old do you think I am?
I don't know. 85 maybe?
94.
94, wow.
94 years old.
You carry yourself well, sir. Are you from here?
Yeah, I'm a Saipaniac.
Ah.
Saipaniac.
Crazy about Saipan.
You speak Chamorro or
I'm Chamorro.
you're Chamorro?
I wrote a book about my dad and the invasion of Saipan during the war. We were in the cave for 3 weeks, and
You were in a cave for 3 weeks?
Wow.
for 3 weeks in the cave hiding. My dad knew the international Morse code, so he was reading all the exchanges of lighted Morse code from the cave. He was reading everything that was going on. What I like to do is get together with you.
Yeah, that would be great.
Why don't you hop in the car? We'll go up to
Perfect. It's an honor to meet you. What was your name?
David
David.
Sablon.
David Sablon. I'm
David M.
Thomas.
Sablon.
Wow.
We'll get to know
He invited them. He said, I'd like to gather with you. Why don't you get in the car? He invited them. That is so awesome. And yes, Siri, I think there's something that draws them to good people. And I'm so happy that he didn't give up, because a lot of people gave up and they fell into this false narrative that their only choice was to jump off that cliff. So I'm so happy that he was able to hide, and he's here to tell the story.
each other once we're perfect.
Yeah. No, that's wild. Well done, sir.
This is incredible.
It's amazing, exactly what they needed.
Oh, beautiful. We said before this trip that we should find someone who is like 94.
Didn't we say
Yeah, we said 94, exactly 94.
I hope I'm not intruding.
Not at all. We're very happy to meet
You're,
you.
you're doing them such a
Thank you.
great
I'm
solid.
happy to meet the three of you.
We've been traveling across Asia for the last few months now, filming our final stories of the year, and getting to the Northern Mariana Islands was much more complicated than we thought. There are no direct flights from the US, which means you have to come from Asia, which meant booking multiple flights, ferries, and hotels across the region. And here is something that I learned the hard way. Flight prices to the same destination can be wildly
This feels like a
different
sponsored
depending on where
segment.
the website thinks you are. And before booking our tickets for this trip, I actually used today's sponsor, Surfshark, to check the same flight prices from different countries. And throughout the trip, we actually ended up saving a few $100s. Same exact flight, wildly different prices. The way it works is that airlines
We're
and
gonna
travel websites
fast forward
change
this
their
part,
prices
okay?
based on your location. With Surfshark, you can connect to a server in a different country and check what the price is there. Sometimes it's the same, sometimes it's way cheaper. When you're constantly moving like we are, those savings matter. Plus, it keeps your data encrypted on all these random Wi-Fis that we're using, so that's a bonus. So go to surfshark.com/YesTheory or use code YesTheory at checkout, or scan this QR code right here to get 4 extra months on your Surfshark plan. Link is at the top of the description, and now let's get back to exploring these islands.
Guys, go support them, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's incredible. We've just met this incredible man.
Welcome up to our house.
Thank you.
You can come up.
So much trust between
He's in
these.
such good form. Look at him, 94, and he is walking up and down stairs, making it look easy. Oh, wow.
So much trust between these two.
My dad,
The two groups
he
involved.
was the first local to ever appear before the Trusteeship Council of the United Nations to report that we're so happy that we're now a territory of the United States. That's my
Wow.
wife that passed on.
Oh.
Right back. I used to be a disc jockey.
Oh.
Really?
You were a DJ?
I used to be a disc jockey in Guam.
That's so cool.
KUAM radio. When I was a sales manager for General Motors in Guam.
Wow.
Yeah.
You have lived many lives.
Here's my book.
Oh.
He has a
I
book.
never went beyond high school, but I learned how to speak English.
Degree of success through curiosity. That is incredible. A degree of
Picture
success
me.
through curiosity.
Amazing.
Title.
I love this too. True story of a young boy eager to learn and find his calling in life.
Anyway,
He's like, anyway.
One person on the island? I think we did.
I hope you enjoy reading the book.
Thank you so much.
I
Wow.
hope you enjoy reading the book.
Which is your first language?
It's amazing.
Tomorrow is my first.
And he is so good at marketing as well. He saw this crew of camera or YouTubers, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna help them, but I'm also going to plug my book. That's so cool, and he deserves it. Honestly, I feel like reading that book because I'm one of the kind. I'm the kind of person that loves to learn through curiosity. You follow my channel, you know that's everything I absorb is through pure curiosity. So I understand him. He has a degree through curiosity. I love the title of that book.
I hope you enjoy reading the book.
Which is your first language?
Tomorrow is my first
How do you say hello in Chamorro?
half a day.
Hafadai.
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 Yeah.
Do you remember when the Japanese were ruling here?
Oh, vividly.
Vividly. How was it?
They were okay until they brought a lot of Japanese soldiers and kicked out of our house so they can house the military.
I wonder if it's available online.
You were inside of the cave
book.
for 3 weeks.
Oh, we were ready to die. There were a group of able-bodied that used to go down from the cave to the sugarcane field to get our meal. One day when they were down there, they ran into a Japanese patrol, so they hid for an hour. The sun rose. They returned to the cave when the sun was already up. And they were so afraid because the ship ashore, American ship, started shooting at these people
Wow.
going on top of the hill. Then they said that three Marines went up there. They saw a statue. They heard a little baby cry in the cave. So they finally discovered the entrance of the cave where there were at least 15
Oh, no,
of us
the
were
baby.
hiding. They say, "Shimpai naide, detekoi," means without fear, come out with your hands up. So my dad jumped right out and he says, "I surrender." He says, "Oh, you speak English?" He says, "Little bit." He's really one of the two people that spoke English. Also.
Wow.
And he
That
said,
was
"By
useful.
any chance you're Elias Abon?" He says, "Yes." "We've been looking for you because we need a translator." He
Wow.
says, "Well, I've been here all the time for 3 weeks." So anyway, they discovered us. There were 15 of us in the cave, and they recovered us. And
They
took
knew
us
who
down.
he was.
For 2 weeks, Dad was involved in translating on behalf of the Americans to these Japanese soldiers that were caught. These were the 3 Marines that saved us from the hills.
This
Wow.
Is you, and this are the 3 Marines.
Yeah.
This island is so special
That's
because
amazing.
of the history and the fact
They
that
saved
it
us.
is an American island, but there are people here who speak different languages and have their own history, and now it's all intertwined with American history, but in the US nobody knows about this place, and without this island, maybe winning World War II would have been significantly more difficult.
This is my lonely room.
Oh.
That's the statue that we had at the cave. Oh, really? 1944.
Wow. That's a relic right
I
there.
kept it because it's a blessing for me.
Wow. This is the statue that was sitting outside of the cave that the Americans saw, and then that, then led them closer to it, and then they heard the baby.
We learned later that David was actually one of 2 people on the whole island who remembers the war times, which made our serendipitous encounter even more incredible.
That's so cool.
A museum, a very unique one.
He's a history time capsule.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people remember World War II that are alive?
So
today?
lucky of them
That
to
vivid
have found
memories
him.
of not just existing during it, but being at inflection points in where the history of it was happening.
Dude, this is such a great production.
The fact that humans like this exist,
Go back
and
now, huh?
without any questions, he just said, "You wanna? I'll just take you back and tell you my whole story." Like to be that generous and kind and intelligent and curious.
They found the right guy, he found the right people.
Among yourselves, thank you very much for at least getting together with me and chat up a little bit. As you can see, that house is a loner. I'm all by myself in there.
Yep. Yeah, we're very glad that we met you.
If you will have time, all of you are cordially invited for lunch on Friday
Wow.
at the Crown Plaza.
Please go.
Oh,
The Crown Plaza. He's definitely the most important person in the island.
that was incredible.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
What a
He
privilege
drove them
to,
back and
meet a living
yeah.
time capsule.
At the start of this trip, before we'd begun filming, I had overheard a group of lively locals who were speaking Chamorro. We introduced ourselves and got chatting, and they invited us to go meet them again for coffee. So to kick off our second day of this trip, we went out to meet them.
And you all speak Chamorro together when you?
Yeah.
You have to teach us. You have to teach us.
You should know that half a day.
Half a day, yeah.
Yes.
That's hello, right? Yeah.
Half a day.
Without realizing it, this coffee catch-up would lead to our next adventure for the day.
Small island called Manyagaha. Tourists would go there and swim, relax.
Great. Yeah.
The boat is taken care of, the ride is taken care of.
Oh, thank you. Well,
Thank you.
Compliments from us.
Wow. They're so friendly, so generous. Coffee boys.
Well, then we have our next adventure.
They're so generous, so nice to see.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we made our way to the pier to head out to this next island. But first, we'd be starting with an underwater exploration.
Wow.
The Northern Mariana Islands is an untouched paradise. They used to get 600,000 tourists a year, now barely get any. And it's just raw tropical paradise.
Oh, they're gonna get a lot of
Everything's
tourists
super
now.
affordable. Locals are super nice. There's like history things to explore and do. It's one of the most underrated places in the U.S. that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Oh, turtle!
But you can't go there straight from the US.
Oh, turtle.
You know that it's like an
That's
untouched
so
place
cool.
when a turtle is in a harbor
Yeah.
swimming around. Okay, time to go underwater to see what history hides below sea level.
There's definitely gonna be a lot of tourists going there.
We're gonna see a Japanese airplane today.
Yes. And it's right down here? Where is it? Let's go.
It's underwater. Dude, that water is so clear. What an amazing video. Great production.
After spending all this time learning about the challenging history of this place, and before our final day, flying to the next island where World War II's biggest secret was hidden, we were quite happy to take a short break, as organized by our friendly locals, and enjoy some
Oh,
sunshine.
but I hope they go have lunch. That definitely is paradise. Which makes it even sadder because imagine like war coming to this place.
Okay, so Thomas and Corey is walking over there, and you said hi to these lovely people. You are who? You are...
I'm David Sablon's granddaughter.
That is
How did they...
wild. Yeah, we met
Oh,
him
it's a small
randomly
place.
yesterday and had the time of our lives with him.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah, he was showing us pictures and photo albums, and that he was a former DJ. And
I didn't know he was a DJ.
What? Spend more time with your granddad,
What was your name?
please.
My name's Mary Sablon.
Oh, no way!
My grandpa is David.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Please go have lunch with David.
Wow! I can't. What a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's a small island,
That's
but there's
so
like
crazy.
50,000 people. It's still like not that small.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said David Sablon. I immediately turned around. I was like,
What's the name of your dad?
Steve?
Okay, Steve. Yeah.
Called yesterday when we were at the house.
Oh.
See, so David is not as lonely as he thought he
By the
was.
way, I have visitors here from Sweden.
that's your grandpa.
That sounds like
It was so funny.
Or as we thought.
What are the odds?
He has a full
We
family,
were meant to
which is even better.
capture the legacy of the Sablon family.
As the sun set on another day on this paradise island, we couldn't help but feel a little apprehensive because the next day we would be going to the northern part of Tinian, a place that played a pivotal role in the most cataclysmic event in the history of warfare.
Have you seen the size of the plane we're taking? It's just as they.
Can I say the sound design is amazing too? Love the sound design here.
We are the only ones on this plane going to the Tinian Island, which is historically one of the most pivotal places on planet Earth. Wow.
Well done, Captain.
Well, let
Nice
the
job.
Tinian Island exploration begin.
Sorry, can we take a picture?
Oh, of course.
I watched yesterday.
Nice. They're famous in places they didn't even know.
Here, like you found this small island.
Yeah, that's so
It's so surreal.
It is, isn't it?
Oh my god, I'm shaking.
so nice to meet you.
We're from the reservation office of the Star Marine, so.
Oh, no way. So you like saw our name?
Yeah, so I was like, oh my god, is this real? Like, are they coming here? Thank you so much.
That's so amazing because in such a small island, you'd never expect to see
The
Yes
only ones here
Theory.
are literally like one from the Yes Fam community. Yeah. And the people who are working here. Yeah. I guess we just go through here.
So wholesome.
I've never been at such an empty airport in my entire life. Like everyone that worked at the airport just left after we left because there's nothing else to do for a while.
We drove across the island and eventually off the main roads onto dirt tracks as we approached this secretive area.
Dang, that's amazing.
This is now a military area and the road is closed. This guy's going. He doesn't care. We just follow him.
Yeah, we follow him, yeah.
What if he's authorized?
Thick wilderness right now. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the abandoned airplane strip. This was the
Uh-oh.
largest airplane strip during World War II.
How do you know it's abandoned? What if a plane
With
comes and
Saipan
lands on the
secured,
car?
The US quickly took over the neighboring islands of Tinian and Guam and immediately started
Oh,
building
Guam is
airstrips that could
nearby.
accommodate these.
The B-29 Super Fortress, the biggest, fastest bombing plane in the world.
B-29 Super Fortress bomber planes. Tinian became the largest airbase of World War II, housing 40,000 personnel. The US had been launching bombing raids on Japanese territories from Chengdu in China, but being 2,000 miles away, the B-29 could only reach a tiny sliver of the Japanese home islands. The Marianas were 500 miles closer, putting the bottom half of the islands within reach. Thousands of bombers conducted hundreds of air raids across 66 Japanese urban centers, culminating in the two most significant bombings in history. From this airbase, two bombs developed under absolute secrecy by Oppenheimer were loaded into their planes. They took off towards Hiroshima and Nagasaki to carry out the only 2 nuclear attacks in the history of mankind.
And I hope it stays that way.
Atomic bomb pits 1 and 2. Is that a replica of it? I think that's 2 replicas of the bombs.
Wow. I mean, we can only hope it's just a replica. Dude, it's such a dark history. It's such a beautiful place.
Laid right here. I've never been this close to anything like this. Right here, there was a nuclear bomb that was dropped and killed hundreds of thousands of people.
It wiped up 2
Hard to
whole
understand
cities.
that what started on this now abandoned airplane strip has defined world politics ever since that day. Everything that we do is impacted by the existence of these things right here. And now we're the only people here standing in this.
Thank you for joining us, Lena. Happy birthday once again.
This little beautiful paradise
Enjoy your
island
day.
ended up being marked in history as where the threat of our destruction was seated. Oh.
That is very narrow.
We're inside a World War II air raid shelter in here.
It's so interesting that these sites are very empty. Like there's no tourists there, nobody's interested in historical... Oh, they don't know about it, that's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people interested in the educational value.
This is a Japanese fuel and bomb storage.
Wow.
I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here.
It's a very
Quickly.
good feeling to be here. If these things continue to happen, then we're just gonna see a world that is probably not so pleasant to be in, or even possible to be in. So
It felt absurd to be at such a pivotal place in world history and have no one knowledgeable to speak about it with. But thankfully, a Yes Theory subscriber we met at the airport gave us the phone number of a local historian who we hoped could answer all of our questions.
I mean, it's so crazy because this is one of the most talked about moments in history, and nobody knows this place where the aircraft literally left to you know, drop that bomb. Everybody knows about that. Everybody knows about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and this place where they used to be able to access Hiroshima and Nagasaki is absolutely unknown. Nobody even knows it exists. Nobody knows it's part of the US. And there's no direct flight. It's absolutely insane if you think about it. This is like one of the biggest, most spoken about moments in history. And nobody even knows where it came from.
We're actually in Tinian, and we make travel YouTube videos, and we were told that you were the local legend to speak to here about the history and about obviously all the World War II history that happened here.
This afternoon, how long are you going to be on Tinian?
We're taking the last plane at 5 p.m.
Uh-oh, Mr. Turtle. Are you with the IRS? No.
Are you with the IRS?
Is that thing on? Am I being recorded? What can I do for you?
Man, it's good to see you.
It's
what
funny.
made you so interested in the history of the islands here?
I came to Guam in January 1977 as a contract school teacher. Had no idea where I was going or what I was doing, and so I came out here to go scuba diving and teaching. Shortly after that, I was invited to one of my students' birthday parties, So I went back there and sat down, and I don't know anybody. I don't know anything about Chamorros. I don't know what a Chamorro, I know nothing. Finally, one of them very politely looked over at me and said, Mr. Farrell, do you have any particular questions or anything? And I said, well, yes, as a matter of fact, I've been trying to read World War II novels that include stories about the island of Guam. And I some of them tell stories about some atrocities that supposedly occurred out here, right, by the Japanese. Are those stories true? Lanya, the whole backyard went silent. And they said, you want to know about the atrocities? And I said, so they're real? And he said, I will tell you the story. So when I heard those stories, I said,
he's getting emotional.
Why hasn't America read about this? This is supposed to be a part of America. That's an atrocity against America, right? And they said, like that. So I began doing more research, and that led to my first book, because those atrocities occurred right before the American invasion. And then I remember walking across the street one day, shortly after that, and this guy on the other side stops me and he says, are you Don Farrell? You the guy that wrote that book? I said, yeah. And he says, thank you. I said, why? And he says, that's the first time anybody's ever tried to do that.
Oh my gosh.
With that, I said, I guess I got it. Tinian's critical role in World War II was the use of the atomic bombs, the establishment of the nuclear facilities on the island of Tinian.
Dang, he's gonna make me cry.
Under the deepest of security, and that's why most people don't know what really happened out here during World War II. And the dropping of the atomic bombs prevented the invasion of Japan, and as a result, we have a very positive relationship with Japan today. They are our closest ally in the Pacific, and it's something that we must preserve and maintain.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Don.
I can feel the love and passion in your words, and
Well,
for that.
it would grow on you too, and I can tell from what you guys are doing, you have your passions as well, right?
Dang, this guy.
And they will amplify more the older you get and the longer you play in the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Our time
He's
in
very
the Northern
well-spoken,
Marianas
very
was
educated.
not over yet. Saipan and Tinian were like nothing we'd experienced before. The scars and stories of war on this island are still hard for us to fully process. And when hearing these stories, we were reminded that these global conflicts always cause pain that ripples far beyond what we tend to perceive. No matter how much we think we know, there are always more untold stories of the atrocities of war. But these islands also stole our hearts. From their untouched beauty to the kind-hearted locals, somehow these islands have gone under the radar of everybody, yet deeply deserves a visit for explorers and lovers of nature. But just
And history too, not only nature, history too. Oh, that really got me emotional. And guys, I just want to say one thing. If you know any elderly person, listen to them, talk to them, learn from them, because they have been through so many things. It doesn't matter what walk of life they come from. They have been through a lot of different experiences. So listen to them, give them the time of day, and learn from them. And always seek to evolve and just gather knowledge. I mean, that book right there is the absolute example of how you can learn and be successful through curiosity. Just absolutely interesting. Like, wow.
Yet deeply deserves a visit for explorers and lovers of nature. But just as we thought we were leaving this region for good, we had no idea what was on the cusp of happening, because the same subscriber Ed, who had told us about Don the historian, also told us this.
The remaining islands up north, there's maybe one or two people, in a volcanic island paradise.
What?
1 or 2 people live there.
And on an active volcano. It's active volcano, bro.
Wow.
It's crazy.
How did you get to those islands?
By boat. It's like an 18-hour boat ride.
18-hour boat ride?
Feeling like we'd only just scratched the surface of Saipan.
I feel like that
we couldn't
interested
possibly
him.
pass up the chance to visit one of the world's most isolated islands, with only one man living full-time by himself on an active volcano. And
Oh
if
my
that already
gosh.
sounds dangerous enough, it's nothing compared to what actually happened next.
We ran out of fuel.
How? Why? Dude, these guys got me hooked. When's the next episode coming out? This was absolutely amazing, guys, and I just want to say thank you to Whiplash for requesting this video. If you want to request videos like this, go over to Buy Me a Coffee and you can help out the channel as well. Guys, this is absolutely amazing. And like also this video so more people can watch my reaction to it as well. But please go over to Yes Theory, and the link is in the description. Go over there and support them so that they can continue making amazing videos like this. This already has 1.6 million views. It has my like, go comment. Ooh, I like this animation. Oh, look at this, guys. If you go and like that video, look at the animation. I love that YouTube is doing new stuff. Look at the like button right over there. When I click on it, look what happens. Did you see that? It's an airplane. Amazing. Props to YouTube for doing that animation. That's a good reason for you guys to like, just to see that animation as well. But also to support Yes Theory. They have such amazing, wholesome videos and they meet so many good people. It's just absolutely incredible to see the story of these people and, you know, learn about things that we never thought we would learn. That's basically also what I try to do here on the channel. Discover something new. That's the slogan here, or the motto here. So if you want to show me something new, go ahead and send it through Buy Me a Coffee, or you can leave a comment as well, or go over to Twitch. We're live here. Just come join our community as well. When we didn't think they could do better content, amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. This is truly a documentary. They should definitely, you know, go on to Netflix and do crazy stuff as well, because, you know, Netflix has the budget for it as well. But they have been doing amazingly well, and the quality is absolutely absurd. They have been doing crazy stuff, and it's just a crew of 3 people or 4 sometimes. See you all in episode 2. Thank you so much, Whiplash. Guys, please join us and go also help Whiplash to keep these videos coming. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let's go and check out episode 2 real soon. With that said, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to watch reactions to full movies, series, shows, concerts, and other stuff like K-drama and anime, go over to Buy Me a Coffee or to Patreon. The link is in the pinned comments. Those videos are premium, but you can also watch the cut down version here on YouTube. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care. Thank you for the support. Bye-bye.